Yo, what's going on, Daytones? We're back. Today, we have a special treat. We're reacting to Gracie Abrams' That's So True live from SNL. Now listen, I have never done a Gracie Abrams thing on this channel before, but I figured y'all might like it, and I really haven't listened to a lot of Gracie Abrams in general, just kind of overall. It's not really typically my choice of genre, and so it just never really comes into earshot, but I'm excited to break down her voice, especially in a live setting, so I think this is going to be a blast. Let's dive in. But first, our Daytone of the day goes to Sandra Schumacher, I think is how you say it, maybe, potentially, hopefully I'm not messing that up, 5879. Thank you so much for all of the love. I really appreciate it. We appreciate it. If you leave a comment and it's a great comment, we might pick you to be Daytone of the day, so leave that comment below. Without further ado, I think we should dive into this, so let's do it. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gracie Abrams.
Let's go. Let's go, Chris Rock. Ooh. I'm liking the strings so far, I must say. Very pretty. That guitar's tone, come on.
Your mind. I think about your dumb face all the time. Living in your glass house, I'm outside. Oh, looking
cool.
in your big blue eyes. You did it just to hurt me, make me cry. Smiling through it all, yeah, that's my life. You're in.
Cool, let's pause there really quick. Okay, so what she's got going on here is, she's in, let me turn my piano on. I think is that where we're at, I think. So she's in her kind of more chest dominant area of her voice. However, she has this breathiness, she has this smokiness going on in her voice, and it adds a lot of style, right? It adds a little bit of that, I think it gives kind of her signature sound in her voice. It gives a little bit more of this, air cushion to it so that it's not hitting us quite as hard with that really strong, intense chesty sound, right? It's really, really cool. I love what she's doing. Let's keep going.
Now I'm sure, now I'm positive I should go and warn her.
Cool.
Bet you think that she's so cool.
Cool.
Back on the couch, making eyes from across the room.
Cool.
Wait, I think I've been there too.
So right there in that chorus, she started to add a little bit more vocal fold closure. And we know because the sound got a little bit more clear and it got a little bit more strong, right? It's fully hard to tell even in live performances where the volume is at because they have live mixing. So, the mic could be kind of turning up and down. But if I had to guess what she was doing there in that chorus, if there were no mic and she was just in a room with us, that would be a little bit louder. Not necessarily a lot louder, just a little bit more boosted because those vocal folds are working a little bit more strongly and they're coming a little bit more in contact. So it gives that a little bit of an energy boost. Let's keep going.
What you do to get you off, taking down her hair like, oh my God, taking off your shirt, I did that once or twice, no, it's wrong.
That's like the famous
she's
sound,
so fun.
right?
Wait, I think I hate her, I'm not that evolved and sorry, she's listening, side inside, boy, not my business, but
very low smoky quality going on here. Right there, she's got a little bit of a lower larynx position. It's not super, super low, but that low larynx gives her a little bit of that dark quality of voice. At least that's how I'm hearing it, how I'm perceiving it. The other thing that I think is interesting, and I want y'all to listen to, is her breathing. Because she has a little bit of this airier quality, especially in those verses, you can see that she has to actually more frequently kind of take in air, right? And she's taking in air pretty quickly, right? Because these are very wordy verses and choruses, and so it doesn't give you a lot of time to take in breath. And because she's using that breath a little bit less efficiently for style purpose, she has to be taking it in more often, right? When we're speaking, we don't have as much of that area quality, and so we don't really have to think even that often about when to breathe when we talk, right? Our body is using that air a little bit more efficiently. But when she's using that kind of smokier style in her voice, she's letting out her fuel quicker and she's needing to take it in more often. So you can hear she's consistently kind of taking in these breaths, right? And I think it just goes to show like how hard it can be to get what you do in studio and, you know, with all the stylistic choices and doing that live and how challenging that is. It's just, I commend her for keeping to that style and despite it, you know, being difficult with the air and feeling like you're running out of breath, right? Comment below if you hear what I'm talking about. It's really cool to listen to and see her do live. Let's keep going. Cool. Cool. Something I want you to notice on that ooh that she does there, it almost turns from an ooh to an right? True, right? Or whatever that is. Listen for that vowel shift there, right? And whether that's for style purpose, whether that's something that she's doing to get, you know, a specific sound that she wants, or it's just the way that her voice naturally kind of trends on that little riff that she's doing. That's one of those things that it's like you don't necessarily notice it, but that's giving that part the style that it is. And if you tried to do it and just kept to that ooh, you would be like, something's not right here, right? It's because that vowel is shifting, or that's part of the reason. Let's keep going. Comment below your favorite SNL performances, by the way, y'all. SNL is historically difficult, so comment below what your faves are. I'd love to react to them. Wow. Cool. Just want to pause there. So much words and never stopping, right? Like, I don't know if that would be the bridge or what that would be considered, but to do that live and to like keep it going like that is no easy feat at all. And you can tell on that part, I don't know if she did this purposely or not, but she actually has a little bit more vocal fold closure from what I'm hearing in that little bridge. And maybe partly the reason for that is because she's got to use that air a little bit even more efficiently because of how nonstop that is. The other thing I wanted to note with her breath, you can hear she has that audible kind of gasp, right? Right? You can hear kind of that breath coming in. Sometimes, usually, our goal when we're singing, the most efficient breath is more of a silent, lower breath, right? This tends to tense up your muscles less, and it's actually getting you a little bit more air because you're not getting blockage from that higher kind of gasp, right? When you hear that air, that means something is kind of blocking it from, you know, going all the way into those lungs, where if it's a more silent breath, you know that you were actually more was getting in and not getting blocked, right? So her breathing here isn't necessarily, you know, the most efficient as far as getting in the most air, but what it is doing is I think it fits the style really well. And whether she's doing it on purpose or whether it's just kind of like her natural tendency, sometimes it happens when we're nervous, right? So often we totally prep and then we go to do a live performance and we kind of take those higher breaths. I don't know the reason, right? But what I will say from just a personal standpoint, and this is something, you know, even though I'm a vocal coach, like I'm not always looking for the most optimal thing in every single category, right? I'm looking for a truthful performance. And I actually think like kind of the sound of the gasp fits the song really well and fits the style of the song really well. So whether it's on purpose or not, you know, I like the sound of it, and it's clearly not affecting her vocal performance because I'm still liking what I'm hearing, right? It's still sounding really good. So I love it. Let's keep going.
Babe, you're thinking she's so cool. Kicking back on your couch, making eyes from across the room. Wait, I think I've been there too.
Cool. Nice. Pretty flip into that head roll. Cool. Notice how Open her jaw is there. Creating space. Cool. I love it. 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 Fantastic, y'all. Okay, that was super, super cool. So I must say, when I've just like heard kind of the studio recordings and stuff, it's not necessarily my preference, but live, I actually think I liked it even more. I liked the energy that she had in that. I'm going to rate this a that's so true that it was a really good performance on SNL out of 10. A really wordy one. Let me know what y'all's rating of this is in the comments. Best one gets pinned at the top, y'all. So give me your best rating. OGs know, do something silly, do something dumb. Her voice here, she's doing a lot of really fun things, right? She's not sticking to one thing. She's kind of switching up a bunch of things throughout this song. And I think that's the big thing that we want to take note with pop music is it's very much not take a style and stick to it. It's this melting pot of a bunch of different styles, and that's what makes it so cool because there's so many things going on, and you got to be on your toes if you want to kind of get into stylizing pop. Comment below what other Gracie Abrams stuff you want me to react to. So y'all, it's been real. It's been the realest. Y'all are the best. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things. We really would appreciate it. It keeps this thing going. It keeps this thing running. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. While you're here, go watch these. Go watch these videos. Go check these out. And you're going to want to see them. I promise. I feel like they're probably going to be on y'all's vibe. So if you're here, while you're here, kick your feet up, watch another one.